Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Tonight I want to share with you a clip from a recent Friday night live event on Splinterlands TV with me and Jim Morgan. We're going to talk about getting prepared for the modern versus wild rank division because we know that's coming soon. We said in a recent town hall, we were told it's going to be July or maybe August. It's actually just probably weeks away where we're going to start to see this opportunity in modern and wild. That's going to be two different DEC pools, two different reward pools that we can access with our cards, with our non-fungible tokens, playing this amazing blockchain-based video game. And in 3-4 years, as we start to unpack and really grow what we've accumulated through just the natural price appreciation that I expect due to the deflationary nature of these cards, I think this moment is this unique opportunity where we need to position ourselves wisely, getting ready to thrive in the wild format, because I think there's going to be a long-term benefits there. Jim and I are going to talk about that in this video, and the rewards and the appreciation potential for current reward cards. Okay, so stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. And if you want to participate in these conversations, come hang out 9 to 11 Pacific Standard Time on Splinterlands TV every Friday night. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Have an amazing day. God bless. This is an interesting question. Rev asked a question. He said, Dwayne, do you think it doesn't matter? I'm going to say that a different way. Do you think it matters that I will be selling cards like Mercenary in 4 or 5 years, even if most people will play in Modern and can't use them? Now, there's actually like tons of layers to the question, because is it true to conclude that most, quote unquote, most people will play in Modern? I don't know that that's true. One of the reasons I'll point to you is because Modern is always evolving, right? Like we just said. So in 4 or 5 years, Untamed will no longer be in Modern, and that'll mean that Untamed is part of Wild. And I would argue that that will be an opportunity for more players who are modern, who are newer to the game, including myself, to really thrive in a wild format. And wild is going to have its own financial opportunities that you're going to want a piece of if you could have a piece of it. And so I think that there's always going to be this struggle between which one pays me more, modern or wild. And yes, modern is going to have the reduced CPs, which is great and going to be attractive, but wild is probably going to offer slightly more payout per win because there'll be fewer players because of that CB problem you just mentioned. So it's going to be like, do I want to play in modern because it's cheaper? I need less CP, or do I want to play in? Do I want to pay more money to get more CP so I can compete in wild because it pays more? I think that's going to be the distinction.
Right. And it could also get to a point where, people are playing in modern, they're really enjoying the reduced collection power, right?
Yeah.
That's needed to grind up to the higher tiers. But they could also get to a point where that collection power is not going to matter. And still, if you guys have like silver or even gold level cards, right? We'll say silver. But you have a lot more variety in terms of your modern collection. Say when Rift Watchers comes out, say when we get to Rebellion as well, and you guys have these other cards, and now you have 4 colors maxed out, or even 5 colors, or even every single color. You have maxed out cards for silver. You're going to have that collection power that you need for wild as well. So then you could go mess around in wild too. Yeah. So then it's not even a question of collection power.
Yeah.
Because we talk about for Challenger or Champion. Challenger, what am I doing? Playing League of Legends right now? Mm-hmm. For Champion, you need 500 collection power, 500,000 collection power, but a lot of these people are in the millions. 1 million, 2 million. I think even some people have close to 5 million collection power. Mm-hmm. That 500,000 isn't a problem. I honestly don't even know why it's there, to be 100% honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It's an I mean, the point is, there's something there though. Like the question being, maybe the Pellicor, if the argument about the Pellicor mercenary being powerful and desirable in the future and appreciating wildly in the future has something to do with its desirability to the masses, which that is what I'm saying. It is desirable to the masses and it will be in the future, and therefore it will appreciate. And so the question almost is like, well, how is it going to be so desirable if it's not necessarily preferable in that modern context any longer? And I think the answer is just it'll be desirable in that wild context, and that is actually where you're going to be. Even you, Rev, and everybody else who is currently focusing on the modern, you guys are going to want to play. Like it's going to get to a place, if you're still playing this in 4 gears, you will have accumulated a deck that will satisfy and will have a lot of fun in the wild, and you'll then make that call. I really believe that we'll have that, and I think this is what the developers have really pointed us to. There's this constant, they're creating this constant desire in us to go a little bit deeper, and I feel that, and I know the people who watch my channel are always doing that. And Jimmy, you talk about that, like, okay, I'm like you just said, you're buying 1-cent cards, you're buying gold foils. It's always calling you in a little deeper because 1, it's fun, and 2, you think it has a future. And so I do think those cards are going to have a real opportunity to wildly appreciate.
Yeah, for sure. Because, we also think about it, right? Say 3-year, 4-year time frame, right? We'll say 4 years. If you guys are making like $10 to $15 every season, which I think there are definitely some people doing that every season right now. Mm-hmm. And if you guys do that every single season, so you're essentially getting like, we'll say $25 every single month, right? From just playing the game, aside from what else that you're even throwing into the game, mm-hmm. right? So let me go ahead and bust out this little calculator, which other people will not be able to see. Mm-hmm. So the 25 times the 12, $300 every month, or my bad, every year will then be getting thrown into the account, mm-hmm. right? And then you times that by the 4, you're looking at $1,200 for just playing the game over the next 4 years. Mm-hmm. And that's just added to your account. You could easily get to silver, get to gold for $1,200.
Yeah.
And that's not even throwing in more money, which most people are probably doing.
Yeah.
Throwing in, like, even if you're throwing in another $10 every single month or $20 every single month, then you're essentially doubling how much your account's going to then be worth at that time frame.
Yeah.
One thing I did also want to bring up, mm-hmm. Pellicor Mercenary gets so much better when you have him in gold, right? Because he himself picks up heal.
Yes.
So when you're comparing that to another card that is also in gold, that has heal, in earth, the Flesh Golem, sure, yeah. Flesh Golem gets it in bronze, but now it's kind of filling that role to where if you're in gold or higher, the Pellicor Mercenary can then take over the role of Flesh Golem.
Yep.
And Flesh Golem's a lot more expensive.
Yep.
So these modern legal cards, or modern playable, whatever we want to call them, eventually, depending on what tier you're playing at, depending on what league, yeah, these cards will still be sought after from people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
Flying's huge. Flying is a huge buff.
Yeah. And the look, you're gonna make $15. What did you say, per week or per season?
Yeah, so let's say $25 a month.
So let's say $25 a month, and then the thing about that, and I've said this before, but it bears repeating. It's $25 a month, but it's paid in non-fungible tokens and cryptocurrency that actually have the opportunity to appreciate. So the cards you're receiving have a really strong probability, in my opinion, of appreciating wildly. The ones you're receiving now for free. And so when you get $1 worth of rewards, and it includes, 30 different common cards that are a penny each right now, and then you get one rare card and one epic card, and you think, oh, big whoop. Well, every single card that's ever been released in this game up until this point, and maybe you might, maybe this is totally going to fall apart moving forward. I doubt it, but that's the only way this doesn't, those don't multiply. So if it's $25, but it's paid to you in penny stocks that you think are going to turn into dollar stocks, $25 turns into 2,500 and in that easily. Like if you're getting $25 every month, and it's $25 worth of penny stocks that turn into dollar stocks down the road, that literally is 100x, and $25 becomes 2,500. And I don't think that's probably the future. I'm just using round numbers, but I do believe a multiplication is necessary to properly understand the deferred benefits of holding the assets you're accumulating now. This is why I always talk about time and attention. It's rewarding you for your time and attention. It's like there's a retroactive raise that's going to come down the line when they appreciate while you're still holding them.
Yeah, he's been saying it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's a penny right now. It's $12 every season right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to be in 5 years? What's it going to be in the 4-year time frame that we just went over? And it could easily, Pelacor Mercenary could easily go to 10 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys not like 10xing your value, essentially?
Mm-hmm.